If you're like me, you probably have a few glass vases hanging around your house, but with just a little bit of cardstock, you can transform them into something special for the holiday season. First, I grabbed a few sheets of some lightweight cardstock and a couple pieces of thicker cardstock from my stash. I traced 2 gingerbread men and 2 stockings onto the thicker cardstock and cut them out. I also placed a vase I already had onto a piece of the thicker cardstock and traced around it with a pencil. Then I folded the cardstock in half, then went back in and made the lines a bit neater. I cut out the vase shape, then used that as a template to trace 2 more vases onto a fresh piece of cardstock, then cut them both out. Once all the pieces were cut out, I started to decorate them. For the gingerbread man, I first used some off-white paint to paint a border all the way around. Then I used a dark brown marker to draw 2 circles for eyes. I drew out a bow around the neck. I used more off-white paint to make squiggles on the arms and legs, then used the back of a paintbrush to create dimension in the eyes and buttons. Next, I moved on to the vase shape. I first painted the whole thing with 1 layer of an off-white paint, then allowed it to dry. Then I used a ruler and green and red markers to draw lines all the way down the vase. Once everything was all decorated and dried, I laid out the 2 cutouts, placed a piece of tape that was about the width of my glass vase, and attached it to the front of the undecorated cardstock and the back of the decorated piece, then repeated that on the other side. Then I was able to slip the paper vase over the glass vase. Then, to finish them off, I added some faux pine stems, and now I have adorable holiday paper vases that are unique and festive.
Start by mixing together 1 cup of Epsom salt plus 1 tablespoon of clear or white glitter to make some fake snow. Apply a thin layer of Mod Podge onto each glass vase and then sprinkle some of the fake snow on top of the Mod Podge layer. Continue this process around each vase. You can either choose to cover the vase entirely with the fake snow or leave a small window of clear glass to perfectly see inside the vase as well. Add in the extra fake snow on the bottom of your vase and then place a faux Christmas tree on top. Showcase this adorable display with some battery-operated tea light candles and some string lights for a perfect and beautiful Christmas glow.
Here's 2 ways to create a dreamy winter wonderland using simple toilet paper rolls and paper doilies. I'm pressing, then cutting along one side of a toilet paper roll. The roll is then being folded into a triangle, cutting any overage to create a perfect square shape. I'm now marking 1/4 inch increments along one open cut side. Using scissors, I'm cutting straight strips very close to the folded edge without cutting through. I'm now opening the leaf, hand curling the sides so they curve upwards. Starting with the bottom strip, I'm hot gluing both sides together straight onto each other. I'm now hot gluing every other strip together the same way until the entire side is complete. Turning it to the other side, I'm using scissors to curl the strips in the opposite direction. This makes them easier to glue together in the same way. If you stop at 5, you can create a star shape. However, I will be adding 1 more to create a snowflake. After all 6 are complete, I'm trimming off the very tops where it's too small to fold. I'm now hot gluing all the shapes together at the base of each one. Making some folds before gluing also proved to be helpful. I'm now placing the snowflakes inside a box, then using spray adhesive while quickly sprinkling faux snow on top so it sticks. Adding a neutral thread to one side to hang, I now have a super unique and original 3D snowflake with a touch of rustic charm. I love how the cardboard tone gives this piece a warm woodsy feel, while the faux flakes resemble fresh fallen snow. Next up, let's make a winter wonderland out of paper doilies. After ordering a package containing 3 different sized paper doilies, I'm making a pile of each size. I'm folding 1 doily in half, then opening and spinning it so the fold sits vertical. Both the top and bottom are being folded up towards the center of the doily. After folding 6, I'm opening up each doily, then gluing only half of the 2 curved sides from the center up. Then I'm gently pulling each one open, ensuring it hasn't stuck together anywhere else. To join all 6 doilies, I'm running the glue horizontally along the bottom and vertically up the center of each one using a glue stick, then stacking one on top of another to create a pile. With one final glue application on top, I'm joining the 2 open ends to form a circle. I'm now repeating all the same steps, creating multiples of different sizes to create a nice varied effect. I'm now tying some neutral tone thread so I can hang them up. And the result is a dreamy winter wonderland wherever you choose to display them. These snowflakes with their lacy details, along with their 3D thickness, creates an astonishingly abundant look. A group hanging in a window really fills the space up quickly while allowing the sun. I hope this inspires you to whip up a few upcycled paper snowflakes of your own this winter season.
Run to the thrift store and grab a flower vase that's similar in shape to this one because I have a fun holiday hack for you today. Start by brushing a thin layer of regular old school glue all over the outside of your vase. You're going to leave an oval-shaped opening on the vase and cover the rest of it with glue. Once you've brushed on your glue, sprinkle fake snow all over the glue until it's completely coated. Now pour some fake snow down inside your vase to fill up the bottom and then let the vase dry. While that's drying, cut out a cardboard circle that's slightly larger than the top of your vase and decorate it with festive greenery or flowers. And now comes the best part of this project. Let's make a little holiday scene down inside this vase. Once you've covered the cardboard, grab a battery-operated puck light and adhere it to the underside of your cardboard circle. Arrange your scene inside the vase and then place that cardboard topper on top so the light shines down and illuminates everything inside. How magical is this? It is so fun to look at, like a little snow globe. For my second scene, I spotted the cutest little penguin ornament on skis at the dollar store. How adorable is he anyway? I popped him right inside the vase, turned on the light, and admired this tiny winter wonderland. For my third scene, I found this box of miniature Christmas ornaments at Hobby Lobby, and I really love these little nutcrackers. They don't stand up on their own feet, however, so I cut out a little cardboard base and hot glued the nutcrackers onto them so they're standing up. I also hot glued a couple of these trees from this pack on top, and then I carefully slid the whole cardboard base down inside the bottom of my vase and sprinkled a bit of extra fake snow on top to hide the cardboard. This scene turned out so sweet, like a little holiday display right inside a snow globe.
Hold on to those toilet paper tubes. Start by stacking your toilet paper rolls and placing them in the center of the faux snow roll. Pull the snow roll up around the edges of the top toilet paper roll and stuff inside. Grab your scarf and tie it around the front in the middle. Take your hat, slide it on the top of the toilet paper rolls, and then add a rubber band to the top to give it a nice little ball. Hot glue on some buttons, and you have a cute little snowman that you can display in your home. Start by cutting off the sock top as well as the sock bottom. Stuff your toilet paper tube into the one end of the sock and then tuck the excess into the top. Fold the bottom up of the other piece of sock and then put a rubber band over the other piece and cut little edges to make a little hat. Cut your mop into a little triangle shape and hot glue that onto the toilet paper tube sock. Place the hat on top of the mop and tube and then hot glue on a little bead. You now have a cute little Santa or gnome that you can place on top of a Christmas package. Start by cutting the toilet paper tube in half. Trace a circle onto the toilet paper tube and then cut the circle out. You'll need 4 circles total. Fold the toilet paper tube in half and then half again, and then pull 2 of the edges into the center and press firmly. Add some hot glue to the top of the cylinder and then stuff it inside
another cylinder. Stack all 4 cylinders together. Hot glue on some beads and hot glue a popsicle stick into the bottom. Add this to your present for an extra special look on your gifts this holiday season.
Grab 3 bundles of plastic hangers at the dollar store. To start this project, I want to lay the hangers out in the pattern I think I'm going to want first. I'm going to make sets of 2 and lay the hangers bottom to bottom. With the bottom layer down, I want to do the exact same thing, but this time as I lay my pairs on top, I'm going to lay them over the middle of the first set of hangers. Now that I know exactly how I want the pattern laid out, I'm going to start attaching all of the hangers together. I'm going to use some short zip ties to secure them. I find it easiest to attach the lower hangers together first, and then I'm going to attach the top layer to them. To see if I missed anywhere that might need attaching, I can just gently lift up the hangers and see where I need to add some more zip ties or glue. Finally, for this part, I want to snip off all the ends of the zip ties. Since I want to put my oversized snowflake outside, I want to add some lights so that it's pretty at night too. I'm going to start attaching the battery pack to the back side of the hangers and use some double zip ties to hold it in place. I've pre-wrapped my lights around some straws so that I can easily thread them in and out of all of the hangers. In order to keep the lights where I'd like them, I'm going to add some of the short zip ties around the lights and the hangers wherever I feel that I need one. I'm going to finish this up and then it'll be ready to hang outside. I am completely in love with my giant snowflake. It looks so pretty against the old window. I hope this has inspired you to grab some hangers and make one for yourself.
To start off this craft, we're going to go and cut a stress ball in half. To start our flowers off, we're going to go and roll out just about a 4-inch sheet. Now we're going to cut just about 3 to 5 pieces of this. I ended up cutting 5 pieces just to make it easier so I could go and shape everything. Now what I'm cutting is I'm cutting a point to the front of this, and then at the end I'm leaving it a little bit blocky. For these smaller flowers, I'm cutting just about a 3-inch piece of this crepe paper. I'm going to cut, again, just about 5 pieces of this. And to go and make these smallest petals, you can go and cut these pieces in half, and then go and shape them the same exact way as you did for the largest ones. Pretty much every petal, including also the leaves, which we will be cutting those in just a second, those are going to be the same exact shape as the petal. They're going to be pointed at the front and then have a little bit of a blockiness at the bottom. And here they are. Now that all of your petals and leaves are cut out, we're going to go and start to use some wire reinforcement. Now these sticks really are not too long. I think they're about 12 inches in total. So the largest pieces, which would be both the leaves and the petals, I'm going and taking this stick, and I won't have really any metal that is at the end. For these smaller ones though, I'm going and taking these pieces of wire, and it's going to be just about 3 or 4 inches of the wire that's there, cutting it down, leaving just about an inch at the end. We're going to take that half of a stress ball, put some hot glue in the center, a small piece of a cut sheet of this yellow paper, which we're going to stretch, and then glue in place. Now we're going to go and take just about a 1.5 foot piece, cut this slightly in half, and we're going to cut these little lines down, and these should be every almost centimeter, maybe 1.5 centimeters or so. We're going to go and twist each of these cut areas. Now we're going to go and take some hot glue, put it around the half of the cut ball there, and we're going to go and lay this around the entire piece. Now we're going to go and start to glue the petals. 3 petals for the inner portion, and then 4 petals for the outer portion, but it also depends too on how much space that you have. After those are all glued down, which I did end up getting 3 in the center and 4 in the outer portion, then you can go and flip this over and start to glue down some of the leaves. I ended up using 4 in total. You could use either 3 or 2 of them as long as you space them pretty evenly. And when you flip this over, it really shows very well with all 4 of these leaves. For the center, I'm going to push all these wire pieces in, glue around the edges, and take some more green paper and just lay it over. Now to make the smaller ones, we're going to use a ping pong ball for the center, put some glue on the middle of it, and do the same exact thing that we did for the stress ball. Then we're going to go and take some more of this paper that we twisted. You do it the same way for the larger one, and you can start to go and glue your petals in place after that is all down. These smaller ones, again, I used 3 in the center, 4 on the outer portion, but these ones had larger stems for the pieces of wire. And after the leaves were glued down to each of these pieces,
Then I went and I wrapped it with some floral tape. I decided that I wanted to make a spread with these because when I think of poinsettia flowers, I always think more along the lines of like a bushel of these different flowers. So I put the largest one in the center and the two small ones at the sides, using some terracotta pots just to go and hold the smallest ones. Now you can always leave it as a centerpiece just like this, or you can always turn this into a freestanding structure. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.